So this is a 15, I think. Sarah, correct me if I'm right. When this girl was arrested when she was 15 years old, and her name is Bita Shafiei. Yes, yeah, Bita Shafiei. I don't know if we have an update from her because she was arrested and she knew that she's going to get arrested because she was very rebellious around against the regime, and she knew that she was going to get arrested because how rebellious she was against the regime. And before they came for her and arrest her, this was her message, and she did get arrested and disappeared. So let's see what her message is. And I just want to make sure that we don't forget her because she asked that we don't forget her.
آخه حکم دادگاهمو
Remember, she was 15. She got a court sentence for being anti-regime. So
آخه حکم دادگاهمو دادستان صالحی داده که
so she mentions the name of the judge. It's a famous judge that gave her her sentencing. So Sarah is saying yes, 15. Okay, thank you, Sarah, for confirming that.
دادستان صالحی هم همونیه که من زدم تو صورتش.
So he's saying that that judge, the judge Datsatan Mr. Salehi, was the same judge that I punched him in the face when he was trying to give me a sentence. When she was in her court hearing, she was swearing at them. She was very, very rebellious.
بازداشت کرده بودن و رفته بودم زندان. بعضیا میترسیدن که مثلا اسم من رسانه‌ای بشه. میترسیدن واسه من.
So when I was going to jail, I remember some people were afraid that the name will become viral in media. Oh, some people were afraid for me when they were taking me to jail, when they gave me the sentence and going to take me to jail. Some people were afraid for me that my name was going to go viral and become known on media for what I had done. She's saying this is not how we should be looking at this. We shouldn't be afraid of our name being known for being rebellious against the regime. That we shouldn't be afraid of that. As long as you are my voice, as long as you, all of you who know that this is happening to me.
شما اگه صدای من نباشی، صدای کسایی که داخل زندانن نباشی، اونا هر کاری که دلشون بخواد.
Saying if you are not my voice and if you do not become the voice of all the other people who are going to go to jail, who are in jail, yeah,
میتونن انجام بدن.
they will be able to do whatever they want to the people who have they arrested. Guys, the other parts of this video, if I cut it and when I cut and edit them and release them, I'm also going to make those ones members only. But this one I'm going to make public because she's asking us here to be her voice, right? Bita Shafiei. So this one will be public. So Heavy Gretel is saying, what was her sentence? I don't know. Sarah, do you know what sentence that she got? I think she got a couple of years. But when last time I looked for what happened to her, she had disappeared and there was no information on her unless there's new updates on her. Like they made her disappear. So she's saying, I am going to prison. So be my voice because I am going to prison for myself and I'm going to prison for you. So she's saying, I'm doing this for you. And she's talking to other Iranian people. So she knew the consequences of what she's doing and she's going to prison for the sake of you who are listening to this. So she's saying, I am doing this with the intention of freeing Iran. So for the freedom of myself and for you. If you are one of those people who's afraid to come out in the streets, then at least support me. So she's talking about the Iranians who are brave enough to come into the streets during the time of protest like her. And she's talking to the other Iranians who are also anti-regime, but when people are in the streets protesting, they are afraid to come into the streets. So she's asking those Iranians who are afraid to come and protest in the streets to at least support me when I'm paying the consequences of protesting. Be my voice when I go to jail.
وقتی من رفتم زندان صدای من باش، پس وقتی
When I go to jail, be my
من
voice.
شهید شدم یا هر چیز دیگه
If they kill me, if I become a martyr or whatever,
صدای من باش، صدای
be my voice.
همدیگه باشیم. باید
Let's all be the voice of each other.
متحد باشیم، نباید
We should be united. We should be united with each other.
باشیم، نباید ازشون بترسیم. اینا هیچی نیستن.
We shouldn't be afraid of them. They are nothing. This is a 15-year-old girl who came out into the streets protesting with the understanding that she will go to jail or potentially be executed. And she's telling other Iranians, this 15-year-old girl standing up to the regime, to the Islamic Republic of Iran, she's telling the other Iranians that we shouldn't be afraid of them. The level of bravery that this girl has, I've never seen it anywhere. This is unmatched.
متحد باشیم، نباید ازشون بترسیم. اینا هیچی نیستن.
Yeah, this is crazy. Yeah, Sarah saying, imagine saying this like at 15. Yeah, yeah. I mean, when I was 15, I was thinking of other things. This is crazy. Anyways, let me see if Sarah. Okay, Sarah's saying Bita's mom got arrested instead under other Sabul Nabi. Okay, so they arrested. What about Sarah? What happened to her? Is she in prison? So they're punishing fuckers. This is what they do. When the regime is dealing with somebody who's too brave for them, who seem that they are not going to, they have no deterring capability when it comes to threatening them with long-term prison sentences or execution. What they do is they come for your family because they know that's your weak spot, because they want you to, okay, so you don't care about your own life. What if the consequences of what you're doing is that now your mother is in jail? So that's what the regime usually does. They come up with a charge for the dearest person in your life, and they come for them, and now you have to live with the guilt that I did this to my mother. This is what the regime usually does. Fucking pieces of shit. So apparently they came for her mother, and they charged her mother and arrested her for Sabbul Nabi, meaning insulting the Prophet. So they arrested her mother for insulting Prophet Muhammad. Sabbul Nabi is usually something that they make up whenever they need an excuse to arrest somebody. Yeah, let's just say fucking cowards, exactly. So imagine being a 15-year-old girl thinking, like, with the understanding that I'm not afraid of anything. I will go to war with these people, and the regime tries to crush you by challenging that, saying, okay, what about being a 15-year-old girl thinking that my mom is now going to be in prison for years because of what I've done? Are you still not afraid? That's how the regime thinks. Pieces of shit. This regime, man. This regime. Okay. Bita is free in return of her mom. That's most likely her. Okay, so Sarah's saying Bita is free in return of her mom's imprisonment. That's most likely her mom's request. So they basically did a deal. They freed her, but the mom stayed in jail. This is fucking insane. This is fucking insane.